Hi everyone. Are you afraid you'll never see your kids again after a domestic violence charge? This is Christina Williams with Just Criminal Law.
And this is David Mann, legal storytelling specialist. Okay, so what you just said in that title there sounds like it could really be an anxiety on someone's mind.
Right. So, imagine that you and your spouse or your girlfriend are not getting along. You have children together, and there's an allegation that things got physical one night, and the police get called, and you end up getting a criminal charge of domestic violence against your significant other.
Yeah, okay, so maybe something happens that is impulsive and kind of not, you're not at your best self, and something a little physical happens and you've got a charge. And that probably, indicates maybe the relationship might be not going that well. And now you find yourself in divorce proceedings, and this charge is now coming up again. And I think what you're saying is it should be handled right at the time that it happens so that it doesn't impact your divorce proceedings. Is that right?
Right. So the criminal charge gets things rolling right away. No contact orders get put in place, where you can't have contact with the alleged victim and maybe the children. And then a lot of times there's a companion proceeding, a protection order hearing that's held, and that's separate from the criminal charge, where again a court immediately, without knowing much about the facts or circumstances, puts this order in place where you can no longer see your children.
Wow. And that can happen if, when the charge is put against you in the first place, if things aren't done correctly. But if they are done better, then maybe you stand a chance of averting all this problem with not seeing your kids. So am I getting that right?
Right. So, things can be handled correctly so that you don't get that, you don't lose your parental rights right out of the gate. And, further, the criminal charge can be handled correctly so that it's not used against you in the upcoming divorce proceeding.
I imagine that there's different levels of severity about, how bad it was, this charge. Is that there must be different things to consider there, and what would those be?
Right. So, if this is just an isolated incident where, the charges are debatable whether or not you should have even gotten the ticket, or if this is a situation where there's an allegation that this has been going on for years and there's been previous convictions or previous charges, then that becomes very problematic for the person trying to get the most visitation or get the best custody arrangement.
Okay, so what you're referring to here is things, there's two separate kinds of lawyers, right? There's a criminal lawyer, which is what you are and would handle these things, and then there's the family law lawyer that's going to actually be dealing with the legal complexities of the divorce and the child custody down the line, right?
Right. Absolutely. And the custody proceeding is going to be a little bit further out, and so there's going to be this period where you're facing the criminal charge immediately and all the consequences, and potentially having lost your visitation rights. And then there's a significant amount of time that will pass before your family law attorney and another judge, a district court judge, will determine your custody, visitation, child support.
Okay, so someone's in that position and they need to call you as soon as possible to avert all those possible bad outcomes down the line. So how would they do that?
We'll include a link in the description where they can call, text, or chat with a member of my team anytime, day or night. Here at Just Criminal Law, we know you only get one shot at justice, so make yours count.